Dirk Nowitzki. The Mavs are going to, it looks like they're trying to go out with a nice little bang. They've signed a few free agents. They brought back their point guard. Dirk Nowitzki, 2 years, $40 million. Services well paid, well earned. You've had a nice career for us. Here's your dollar. I have nothing wrong with that. He's going to be one of a few players that was able to play 19 seasons with the team. The last one, he just retired this year, and Kobe Bryant. If Tim Duncan retires, he's another one. I can't remember the fourth guy off the top of my head. But good for Dirk. Golden State, they signed a vet. Maybe this is who might be playing some of the 5 position for them, some of the center. Maybe he'll be a power forward center position. He's played that at different stops in his career, David West. Signed a veteran minimum contract for 1 year. Why not? He'd love to have a ring. He's been close a few times. He was close with the Pacers. He's almost been there. The Lakers, I don't know what the Lakers are doing. Luke came in. You thought you'd try and see him put a team together that was somehow similar to Golden State. I don't know what he's doing, really. I don't know how he evaluated that team. Like I talked about SpongeBob SquarePants, their first draft pick, and how lanky Brandon Ingram looked up on the stage, and they're going to expect him to be shooting around that 40% from the three-point line. Otherwise, I don't know why you pick him up. He's not going to have the body mass to get down low in the NBA, even in this touch-free version of basketball that we got going on. Now, the Lakers, it doesn't seem like they got any of the big guys to come in and talk to them. It seems, sure, they got Luol Deng. They signed Deng. They signed Timofey Mozgov to a huge contract. Probably way more than he deserved based on how teams have used him. Now, I like Mozgov. I think he can be a good center in the league. I don't think he's all world or anything. But I think if you use his skill set properly, he's very serviceable. You saw that at times when he was here with Denver. So they got Mozgov. They bring in Luol Deng. But none of the big-name guys are taking meetings with him. Now, you got all kind of trade rumors. You got trade rumors that they're trying to get Russell Westbrook. There was the earlier rumor that LeBron James was going to go there. Obviously, Kevin Durant did not sign there. But those are rumors. Sure, it's exciting. The NBA trade rumors are the most exciting rumors in all of pro sports, in my opinion. They beat out the NFL. That's the one area that anybody can beat out the NFL is the NBA sports rumors. The Knicks, another storied franchise. You would think this is a place that a lot of guys would want to take meetings with, but you're getting more rumors than anything else. Yes, they brought in Brandon Jennings. Okay, so Brandon Jennings, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is probably going to be your starter at first, obviously, because he's the bigger name. He's going to sell more tickets. But I agree with some of the pundits out there and some of the other people out there in the sports world that Brandon Jennings, by the end of the season, will probably be the starting point guard for the New York Knicks. He's a better floor general. Derrick Rose would be much better off coming off the bench and being able to play that aggressive style basketball that everybody liked so much his first, second, third year in the league before his injuries really just took his career away and made him a joke. Now, again, here you have the Knicks. All kinds of rumors with the Knicks. Now the Knicks are, the trade rumor is they could be trading for Russell Westbrook. How, you say? By trading Porzingis and Rose, who they just acquired, to Oklahoma City. That would be a pretty interesting trade to me. That would be shocking. That would be an exciting trade. Trade rumor at this point. It hasn't been proposed. There's been no teams talking about it. But exciting trade. Super teams. I say go ahead, build a super team. I would like to see Dwayne Wade at this point go ahead and end up in a New York or a Cleveland somehow. If he goes back to Miami, they're an 8th seed at best at this point. You lost Deng. Yes, you brought Whiteside back, but what else do you have down there? A young Justice Winslow, he's not going to be carrying the team next year. If I'm Wade, I've done my loyalty thing. It is near the end of my career. Everybody forgets he's a couple years older than LeBron and Melo. He was a little further along at Marquette when that draft happened. He wasn't a freshman or a high school player. So at this point, I would want to add to my legacy. As selfish as that sounds, again, it goes back to what the business of football, of basketball, of pro sports, of football, of baseball, of hockey is. And the business is, at this point, he's been loyal. He's taken pay cuts. He's stayed in Miami when he could have left. He's had guys come and win championships with him there. Now it's his turn. So I would love to see him end up in Cleveland and make a super team there, or end up in New York and make that team into almost a super team. Now, today, he was in Denver today. Yay, Nuggets fans. He was in Denver. D. Wade, right? Of course he's going to take the meeting. They're offering him over $50 million for 2 years. He would be disrespectful and foolish not to at least take the meeting. And by all accounts, the meeting went well. They brought in Mike Miller, who played with him in Miami, so Mike Miller could help pitch him on Denver and the Nuggets and the organization in Colorado. And to all accounts, the meeting went great. I don't see him going back to Miami unless he just really can't get himself anywhere else. Cleveland's Twitter page recently liked Gabrielle Union, his wife, and D. Wade. Does that mean anything? No. Could it? Maybe. But I want to see Wade now on a team. I want to see the Clippers, who should have been a super team last year, play to their potential and be a super team. I want to see the Spurs and now Golden State with this super team. And let's get another player in Cleveland. There's talks that, who is it? Iman Shumpert and Love could be traded for Cousins in Sacramento. Bring Cousins into Cleveland. Instantly, they're better. Who's going to compete with them down low? When you got LeBron and Cousins running the paint, and Tristan Thompson, who's going to compete with them? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Another thing that's not going to happen, we're not going to see O.J. Mayo anytime soon, are we? I don't know how you get fired on your day off. O.J. Mayo, how you get fired on your day off? For those of you who don't know, O.J. Mayo went and got himself banned for 2 years for violating the league's drug policy. I honestly haven't kept up on how many suspensions or anything he's had for the NBA drug policy, but when I saw that, I was like, man, one, what were you doing that you got a 2-year suspension? And two, how you get fired on your day off? Especially if you're already in the program. So, too bad for O.J. Mayo. On a lighter note, now this is something that it really made me laugh. It made me chuckle. I had to catch my breath a minute. Dwight Howard, everybody, he went and got somehow $70 million from the Atlanta Hawks. Now, he's saying he wants to pull a LeBron James and bring that championship to his hometown. Now, this is the same Dwight Howard that last year averaged about 13 points a game, 6 or 7 boards. A few years before that, had some back issues. Went to L.A. for a bunch of money. Couldn't play with Kobe Bryant. Couldn't play at all in L.A. Shut down at the end of his time in Orlando. Threw some fits. Was dominant early in his career. Now, could playing at home invigorate him somehow? Being in that environment because he was this kid, this monster kid who came into the NBA and really never matured out of being this monster kid. Could playing back at home help him? Sure, it could. And I'm going to watch to see how he does. But it's laughable to think that he's going to bring a championship to the Atlanta Hawks. They just got rid of Teague. That was their best player. There's talks that the Nuggets are trying to trade for Paul Millsap. So what kind of team are they even going to have down there? By the way, I would love Paul Millsap to be here in Denver. I think that would be worth Fareed, Gallinari, Barton. Take your pick. NBA, man. If you got a young kid and they got hand-eye coordination, start teaching them to shoot because that money's only going to get bigger. And based on what we've talked about so far, man, if they can shoot, get them out there. Get them out there and get that money. Man. And, I can't blame the NFL players for being mad about it. I can't blame other athletes for looking at the amount of guaranteed money these guys are getting and being a little bit jealous. Shoot, I'm jealous. I would love to get that money for what I do. One guy who's not really worried about the money, who loves his sport, Bills receiver Marquise Goodwin. If you guys paid attention to the Olympic trials or not, but he did make the Olympic team in the long jump, and he will be going to Rio. So congratulations for making the team. One guy who let's hope he can play for his team now. He got married today to singer and actress Ciara. I don't know if you guys saw this story. I just got to talk about this one because, again, I got to get some NFL in somehow. Ciara and Russ Wilson, they got married today in England. But apparently Ciara, baby daddy, Future, the rapper, Future, she's filing paperwork with the courts against, saying that she's scared that he may try and kill Russell Wilson. What's this about, right? So I read the article, and, it's got me laughing a little bit. He's apparently been sending texts to Ciara, Future has, threatening texts and angry texts, and has some lyrics in his songs that are suggestive. He sent out an Instagram post with footballs and pistols next to it. That was part of the filings. And he's got lyrics in his song. You tried to... My baby mama, what's wrong with you, bro? I got to get that heat and roll up on you. Well, to me, I'm sorry, but that looks like genius marketing in today's music, in today's hip-hop world. Why wouldn't he do something like that and get everybody talking and everybody listening and everybody buying the track and all the radio stations putting it out there and talking about it? Because every play makes him money. And drama runs so much of our media these days. So could he be stupid enough to go ahead and put out in a song what he's going to do and commit a crime? Sure. I don't know Future. I don't know Future for nothing. I've listened to his songs, but I don't know, man. He could be that dumb. Or could he be that smart and know that, okay, I just got 250,000 plays because she went and filed some paperwork. I just sold 50,000 more records. Up for you guys to decide. I'm no judge. But story nonetheless. Something for us to talk about. Something else that just won't go away that people are going to continue talking about is Mr. Johnny Manziel. Now we got the Arena Football League saying they are willing to help Johnny Manziel get back on track. Get him back on the path to the NFL. They would love to come and have him. Okay. Pick your poison. You going to have the partying Manziel? You going to have the drinking Manziel? Which Manziel do you want representing the AFL? The league that just a few years ago had to fold a bunch of its teams because it was financially bankrupt. Teams that had won championships, mind you, like the Colorado Rush here in Denver. The team Elway previously ran. Nice team. I wouldn't watch them play. They were fun. Different kind of football altogether. But it was fun. Now you're going to bring Johnny Manziel into the mix for the star power. That's all you're bringing it in for, is so people will come see Johnny Manziel. Not so you can grow your sport. Not so anybody will think of your sport as less of a joke. So I don't like it. You don't need to get out there and be part of this circus. Grow your league back up. Get it back up to 15, 20 teams. That'd be a nice little thing for the AFL to have. Now, there's a lot of arena football leagues out there. That's another thing that they struggle with, is the other arena football leagues. These other semi-pro leagues that adult males have around the country, who I actually have some old teammates that play in, and I'm considering, doing some interviews here in the future and changing the show up. I might have some of them on.